It is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Baltimore Ravens. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Off play action, Newton. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the pass, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
Check 26, check 26.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Watch 36 the mic. Watch him get it.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Edelman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It was Matt Judon that time who worked his way in to blow that play up.
5-yard line.
Wait. 36. We go. Bang, bang. Check.
On 2nd and 15 now. Newton, this is White on the screen. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That second down play nets a -4. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Out of the gun, Newton. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt.
Punt formation.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On second down, a run with Dobbins. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
J.K. Dobbins.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On third down, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Harris to return. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Patriots take over.
30-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Anthony. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Push him back. Push him back. Check 43. 8.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 18. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
First down.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout, and that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
They'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop.
Patrick Chung.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
On second down now, Dobbins, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the gun on third down, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
Mark Andrews, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things.
They got his man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
4-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Slam, slam, slam. Big gap.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
1st down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and 11 now.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Watch 32.
From the gun, here's Newton. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
2-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Quick touch.
1st down, here's White. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
The ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, it's Montgomery. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 4. They'll come out in the pistol. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a 1st down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They snap it to Newton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Bird. His second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Now for the point after.
For the extra point.
And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole...
And now look at him go. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. Give him 55 yards on the ground.
First down.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now.
A 27-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
Patriots 6.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. be able to knock the ball through the post and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Let's go, baby.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On second down, Dobbins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6.
Score, Ravens 17, Patriots 6.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. Good. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. The shotgun snap for Newton. It's grabbed over the middle by White. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
On the pickup. It's 2nd
and we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Another run here with Dobbins. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Jackson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
56 is mine. 56 is mine. Gotta do better. Come on, QB.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will.
It's a gain of 10.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Dobbins.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey! Watch the ship, Dad. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Chuck Clark brought him down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
That's good.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
The ball carrier.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and...
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 52. Jump.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught. Take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now Jackson on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Ravens 27, Patriots 9.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this... And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jalen Ferguson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, Newton. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 10.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And some room to roam now. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 5th touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
The 35-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Newton. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
At the 46-yard line.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
For the Patriots.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. And Walker with it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
At the 19-yard line.
On 1st down, White. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
At the 14-yard line.
Play action. It's Newton. Rolling to his left. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
From the gun, Newton being chased out left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Newton. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
He was brought down by Avery Williamson. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive. But sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose. And just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Ready?
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Jackson on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Patriots' 35-yard line.
And they take a knee.
Jackson on the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down. Tonight's final score.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Ravens, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for New England, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.